Media projects. Number one, I imagine an inner landscape that reflects the landscape of the mind, where thoughts are objects, where beliefs are objects, where the culture is an object, and where an individual consciousness must navigate these many objects. I imagine all the messages from 1,000 sitcoms around the word marriage as one walks into this world. Do I get married? And one's face and head is buffeted, and one cannot see clearly through the haze of many messages, all of which obscure the other person. In short, it is a language of images, a language of pictures, which can communicate more directly and powerfully, both as homeopathic medicine in bringing patterns to awareness and as documentary symbology. It can communicate perfectly the forest of images, the forest of emotions that someone must go through in order to arrive at a given location. And particularly tragic are those situations where the reality is beautiful, but is obscured by the culture, or where the culture is obscured by the culture so that someone picks an ugly path because the cultural references to what is beautiful are ugly, and vice versa. I feel exhausted. And the exhaustion comes from wanting to be seen, wanting to be liked, in what is beautiful, and being punished for that. Another similar media piece that I'd really like to create is a language of personas that talks about, much like rock, paper, scissors, that every persona has an unraveling point, a deterioration point, and a conquering or crystallizing point. In the case of scissors, it cuts paper but can be smashed by a rock. But the rock can be covered by the paper in the way that it's understood. And I believe that there is a persona that is capable of melting, deteriorating, or overcoming every other persona. And in this way, personas are viral. And there is an image that explores this experience. And yet we are not acknowledging in the day-to-day interaction the cannibalization of large parts of the psyche by others that are viral in nature but are not necessarily moving towards balance. They are, in many cases, moving towards tragedy as the individual enters a meme system and has everything fragile, beautiful, delicate, vulnerable, and magnificent consumed and deteriorated by that which is more crude, more calloused, less sensitive, less aware, less valuable in what it experiences and what it delivers, valuable in terms of units of human well-being. And I feel somewhat lost in my ability to do this, and yet I feel this is a very important project. I feel overwhelmed by grief and overwhelmed by the sweetness